Hello, people, especially ladies. This is Micah with Dating Advice for Women. Today I'm going to talk about how to know if a man is attracted to you. Now, this is one thing, and when I say a man on my channel, I'm talking about men, or at least mature males. When a lot of times when guys are younger, they can think that they're super attractive. Of course, they have a lot of hormones going on and all that stuff, but they think they're very attracted to someone and it could just last for a week. But I'm talking about a mature man who's not just operating off of hormones, but he knows himself, he knows what he wants. How do you tell if he's attracted to you? Well, a men have a brain that they have a folder for everything and things are separate. So they, get up, eat, check, work, check, bathe, check, fix this, check, walk the dog, check, you know, whatever it is. Whereas women's brains are more like spaghetti noodles, where that's not an insult, I'm just saying it's where everything is tied together. And then men have the do nothing file. And a lot of times a man is literally sitting there, and if ladies, if you ask him what he's thinking about and he says nothing, he is probably telling you the truth. Because men can sit there and literally just think about nothing. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful piece. I know that I've heard that a lot of women don't have this file. Are there exceptions? I think there's always exceptions to everything, but for the most part, I've heard that women don't have this file. So you might think he's lying to you, but he might not be, because men do have that. So a lot of times a man's goal is to get to the do nothing file. And in the do nothing file, if you, I'm speaking as a man, if you have checked off all your priorities and responsibilities, when you get to the do nothing file, you bask in the fulfillment of what you've done. And you sit there and you know it's over with, and now you just get to relax and enjoy the fact that you did it, that you did all your responsibilities, your priorities, and now you're going to rest your mind and your body. And it's like rewarding yourself. In the do nothing file, you might even reward yourself with watching a sports team you like, or it could be anything. Every man's different. I really enjoy collecting high value fragrances at times. I don't have a whole lot of them right now. I have other hobbies. I like collecting nice clothes sometimes. I like collecting certain ties. LSU, Louisiana State University things. So sometimes the do nothing file is when we're blank, but we're also rewarding ourselves in that file. We might go to a game or go buy, if you like, I might go buy a nice cologne if I want to do, or something like that. And I'm just at ease. I've checked off all my priorities. If a man takes the time to go out of his way to give you attention and I know this seems like it's just a no-brainer, but if he really takes the time to go out of his way to give you attention and he asks you questions, and from asking those questions, he actually remembers your answers and brings them back up later, this is proof that he sees you as a priority. Now, a mature man probably understands the value of being polite and kind to everyone. So if he's a mature man, just because he's kind to you, y'all's paths cross maybe during the day, and he's polite. How you doing? You had a good day? Cool. That's cool. That's just being polite. That's just the mature thing to do. I would say most people, not just men, but know that you always want to be open to any person you come across. Could be a potential contact for a new business endeavor, or anything. Just could be a contact to something, or a potential future client where they're working, or something like that. So of course you want to stay polite and have a good reputation. But if a man goes out of his way and finds you and talks to you, and look, a really mature man, he's not going to sit there and just talk, 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 talk. He's he's not probably gonna. He wants you to know that he's attracted to you, but he doesn't want you to know. He's not wanting to give away how much, so he's not going to sit there and just put it all on the table like right there. But you'll see him finding ways and time to go out of his way to talk to you. If he goes out of his way to text you, that is a great sign. If it's not because y'all are in business together or you're a client or he works for you or something like that, and he just texts you and he's really seems like he's concerned about how you're doing, that is a very, very good sign. That means that you have become a folder, and I know it sounds crazy. Please don't take it in the wrong way. But you have become a priority that is not part of the do nothing folder. It is one of the priorities that he wants to do because he wants you in his life. So he wants to be able to check that off because he wants you, he doesn't know how you feel about him. And look, guys really don't know, especially really nice guys. When I say nice guy, excuse me. When I say nice guy, I'm not talking about the nice guys that are just pushovers. I'm talking about just a nice, polite man. They don't always know because they realize that if they're talking to a mature woman, that women are probably thinking the same things. They're just nice and they're polite also for the sake of being mature, and having a good reputation. So he can't read your mind. Sometimes he can, think he's picking up on signals, but if he's going out of his way to make time to talk to you, and if he's asking you questions, that's a good sign. If he goes out of his way to talk to you and he just talks about himself to you, that means he might be kind of narcissistic. He might be kind of insecure if he's kind of telling you about all the stuff he is and bragging and this and that. He might not even see it as bragging, but it might be a byproduct of insecurity. He's telling you, I'm a business owner, I'm a this, I'm a that. That you want to stay away from probably. Can people change? Yes. There's always exceptions. For the most part, though, you're going to have the best relationship finding someone who's already secure in themselves, who is content being alone, but understands the value of having a partner, and understands how to give love and not just receive it. So if he goes out of his way to seek you out, he probably has some sort of attraction. But if it has to do with the job and you're working together and he has to talk to you and stuff, don't read too much into that. Now, if that is the case, if he's seeking you out outside of that, then that could be a sign. But he's gonna want to know more about you. A mature man has probably done a little studying about getting advice from women, from friend girls that they have to know what little girls like. So he might even start asking you questions, and just knowing that to show you that, look, hey, I'm interested in you, but I don't want you to fully know how much, and because men don't like to be rejected. So before he fully goes out and lets you know everything, he wants to feel like he has a really good idea of what the answer is going to be. Now, sometimes, some men are less concerned about what people think about them than others, and they might be quicker or not worry as much of what the answer is going to be if he's rejected or not. But a lot of times they just have to put out a lot of feelers, and the right thing to do, as a woman, is if you were attracted to him too, and you can tell that he's going out of his way to talk to you somewhat, and you think he might be, you got to give him something. Okay? If you're attracted to him too, and you might want to see where we go, you got to let him know, do something to know that you're flirting back, or that you enjoy this. Just just being polite and kind. I think I've heard women say, I wouldn't have been that polite to you if I wouldn't have, well, men, they don't always know that, especially if a mature man knows that everyone should be polite and kind so that they can always be open to any, connection to further their purpose in life. So a lot of mature men miss the signs of girls they think they're giving him a sign by being polite, when he might just take that as, well, she's just being polite and that's normal. We should all be polite. So if he's done this a couple times, he's gone out of his way, and you are attracted, do something that is a little bit out of the ordinary to make sure he knows you might be feeling him too. If you're not, don't lead him on for sure. Don't, just because you like the attention maybe, don't lead him on, because a mature man, if he thinks you're a mature girl, men, a lot of times when they talk to each other, mature men, they say what they mean. Men say what they mean. So if you say something and he thinks that you're a mature woman, he's going to believe it usually. So if you're not attracted, make sure that by being polite, you just don't give him any extra attention. But if he's going out of his way to make room for you, that is a sign that he probably has some attraction. Now, a mature man, his attraction goes deeper than physical attraction. To most men, to most mature men, the most important thing about a woman when it comes to the initial physical attraction is the face and the eyes and the hair. Okay? But even with that, he has to see if he's I keep using the word mature man because there are some people out there who are just superficial and they just want the physical stuff and all that. But even if he's attractive physically, if he's past a certain age, certain hormones are way less active in him than they used to be, but he still finds you attractive, especially in the face, he's going to get around you more and see what your personality's like. And he's thinking the same thing. I mean, you get to a certain point where you have to think about procreation and does this woman want to have babies? Is she someone who takes care of herself? Would she be a good mother? I mean, men are thinking these things. So I know that there have been a lot out there. I think there are a lot on both sides who don't, and they just go with their physical attraction. But I know that if I can do it, anyone can do it. And there are men who have self-discipline out there. And I think no matter how attractive a woman is, if we get to talking and she doesn't want kids or just something like that, and I know it doesn't line up with my future, I might see a little bit more if she's ever willing to change. And if she's not, then I'll cut it off, because a man is also thinking about his future. So that's it. How to know if a man's attracted to you. Number one, if he's going out of his way, making a priority to talk to you when he doesn't have to, and ask questions about you, it's probably a sign that he is attracted to you. All right? If you like the video, I'd really appreciate it if you hit like and subscribe and turn notifications on, and share with any of your friends. So thanks. This is Micah with Dating Advice for Women. Y'all have a good one.